All right, welcome back to part 4b. Now we took 1 to 20 in 4a, and I said we're going to come back to complete it because of the length of the video. You're welcome back to this session 2. My name is David. This is all CBTs. Let's conclude this. Again, welcome back. Now, do you know that we also take Beckett? We take Beckett for your younger ones. So if you have younger ones who are in the junior secondary category, the questions for Beckett are as well in the channel. We have NC, common entrance questions for your younger ones in the channel. We have post UTME questions as well, where we did justice like this. Our tutors also in the channel. IGCSE, international exams, SAT is in the channel, and several other exams. So we are not just helping you through JAMB, we are helping you through WAEC, NECO, GC, and all the other exams to give you a robust experience from seasoned and experienced tutors to help you ace your upcoming exam. Are you ready for us to complete this? Let's continue. Okay. Next question. Choose the option that best explains the information conveyed in the sentence. Adawo is an imp. Imp. When somebody is called an imp, what does it mean? It means the person has a bad behavior, a bad character. It's a word for badness. So Adawo behaves badly. She's a bad person. Okay, it's definitely not quaintly or differently, decently. No, it's a word for a bad attitude. Okay, next, choose the option that best explains the information conveyed in the sentence. The man reasoned that there ought to be a limit to sycophancy. What is sycophancy, or who is a sycophant? A sycophant is somebody who loves flattery a little bit too much. Somebody who uses flattery a bit too much. So the man reasons that this flattery you are putting, it's too much. Putting you. You get it now. So there can be no favor beyond a reasonable point. Doesn't make any sense. This is not it. Sycophants needs not to talk all the time. No. People should know when not to use flattery. The man reasons that you should know now when not to use flattery. Imagine that somebody is at a funeral, okay, and you are using flattery. What is this? There should be a limit to your sycophancy now. Right. So let's see option D. Sycophants should know when to grant people's requests. No, that is C. Sycophants should know when not to use flattery. This is the correct option. Next, choose the option that best explains the information conveyed in the sentence. The organization is constantly in a state of flux. Flux. What does it mean? Flux means something is always happening. Have you heard of influx? Meaning, when you hear of influx of multitude, influx of people, many people are always coming in, right? So flux means there is a state of movement. It could be in or out. So a state of flux means things are always happening in that place. So there are periodic changes, not periodic. There's always changes. Facing a difficult period, no. Organization is experiencing good times, no. Let me go with this then because it's not this. That means that changes is happening within certain period. It could be periodic, it could be daily. So daily, weekly, monthly are all periods if you look at it correctly. Then choose the option opposite in meaning to the word or phrases in italic. Okay, that would be this one. The witness, opposite in meaning now. The witness averred that she had seen Dosu at the scene of the crime. Opposite in meaning. Okay, argued, confirmed, denied, affirmed. Okay, averred means that denied. Okay, so the witness denied that she has seen Dosun at the scene of the crime. What's the opposite of denied? It won't be confirmed. Affirmed. Affirmed means without any shadow of doubt. I'm sure that I saw him. That's affirmed. Affirmation, meaning surety. Okay. Choose the option opposite again in meaning.
Get the cheapest science materials from allschoollabs.com.
The governor's visit is an unprecedented. Unprecedented means it's a big deal. A big deal. Event in the history of the social club. A perfect, no. Momentous, correct. Momentous means a big deal. But now they now say opposite in meaning to big deal. That means something that is a small deal. It didn't make any sense. That is very small, minute, okay, insignificant, meaning common. We hold it with a pinch of salt. We don't even consider it. Are you getting that? Good. Now, do you know that you can also practice these questions and more, hundreds, thousands of questions on our apps? You can download our apps on the Play Store, Apple Play Store, or iOS Store, and begin to practice these questions like there is no tomorrow. The apps are free, so go ahead and do that. You can go to our website, download those apps, and begin to practice right away. Choose the option opposite in meaning to the words or phrases in italics. The journalist said he was working freelance. Okay, freelance. Freelance means working without some certain work rules. Okay, working without working in an office setting. Working without supervision. That's what I would say. So the journalist said he was working freelance. So working freelance, opposite in meaning, we mean freelance will mean independently. So opposite to freelance will mean somebody was supervising him dependently. Okay. Choose the option opposite in meaning to the words or phrase. The flying eagle put up a plucky defense against their opponent. What's plucky? Plucky means strong. Strong. So the opposite of strong will be what? Weak. That means yakbere. Their defense was like baskets. As they were pouring water, it was just scoring goals. So that's that. 29, 28. Choose the option opposite in meaning now. Again, so the words in it leaks. We found a shady place. A shady place means there was a covering, right? A covering in that place for the display. So opposite of shady will be unsafe, stuffy, and close. Open. Open means there's no shade, right? Okay. Choose the word or phrase which best fills the gap. Good. Best fill the gap. The sea waves continue to dash the cliff on the west coast constantly. The sea wave continue to dash the cliff on the west coast constantly in pair. Doesn't do it well. Rub. Rub. Rub is a nice word, but it's not the right. It's not a strong word. Knock. The sea wave was knocking. Okay, so let's say like this is the sea now. The cliff is here. So the wave of the sea would splash on the sea wave. The sea wave will splash on the cliff and flow like this. Right? So it's between knock and erode. And the correct option will be what? Erode. Erode. Because as it was hitting it, it's removing it small. It's reducing it small. So gradually, you will not see it, but pieces are falling off. Okay, so it's eroding the edge of the cliff. Question 30. Choose the word or phrases which best fills the gap. I would have been surprised if you had plucked. If you plucked the oranges, if you had, now we would always have and had go together. If you see have on the left side of the sentence, know that had will be on the right side. It's a rule. Okay, so don't forget that it's a rule. I'm not going to go into details today, but we've done a lot of details in previous videos. Okay, 30. Next, choose the word or phrase which best fill the gap. The shipping company advertised for dash accountants. The shipping company advertised for dash accountants. word or phrase which best fills the gap. Okay, let's see. The shipping company advertised for two young but highly competent Nigerians. If you are going with this, there has to be S here. So, because you say two, so there has to be a plural for us to take that. So this is wrong. The shipping company advertised for young but highly competent two Nigerians. No, in the order, you're supposed to have number, okay, nationality, then description. That's how the order should be. Okay, you have number first.
Run quick tests
this
and
will be the correct
analysis.
one.
Visit analysis.africa.
Nationality next, or locality, or culturality, and then two, number, or nationality, then description. So two young, two Nigerian, young but highly competent. This is description. Do you get that now? It's not magic. Go and look, go and study. I think I'm going to make a video on that. The order of the placement of adjectives. Okay. Now, 33, 32. Choose the word or phrase which best fills the gap. If it had rained, I told you this earlier. You see it here. If it had rained, we would have, see that, we would have had to postpone the concert. It didn't rain, so we didn't have to. Right, so that would be this. We didn't have to. Yes, we didn't have to. But I'm glad you see this now, as I explained earlier. Choose the word or phrase which best fills the gap. Now I am used to dash. I'm used to bread, to eat bread without butter. No, I'm using eating. Can't say in. I'm used of eating bread. Bad in English. I'm used to eating. Yes, it has to be in the gerund form, ing, because it's a continuous thing. Okay, it's present continuous. I'm used to eating bread without butter. Bad life. That's bah. Or you be chewing your ordinary bread without butter or protein. I told you that most difficult questions, or the difficult questions, really begin from 33. So we have started those difficult questions now. Choose the options that has a different stress pattern from the others. Ability, registration, quadruplicate, revivalist. So let's break this down. You have, first let's put it into syllable. Ability. Ability. Sorry, this one should be here. This is not here, okay? I don't want to. Let me just remove this so somebody will not go and be quoting me online. Ability and registration. Registration, right? Registration. Then you have quadruplicate. Quadruplicate. Now, quadruplicate. Now, some persons will break this as this. Quadruplicate, sorry. Let me do this. Some persons will break this as this. Quadruplicate. But I don't. I think that quadr is one syllable. So for me, this is one syllable. Quadr. Okay? Then you have revivalist. Revivalist. Okay. So choose the option that has a different stress pattern from the others. Revivalist. This is on the second syllable. Second, the stress is here. Revivalist. Okay. Ability. The stress is here in ability. Now for me, I will not take this as 4 syllable. This is 3. So quadruplicate. 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 No, quadruplicate. So that's how to pronounce this word. Okay. Now, if that's the case, then the syllable, the stress for this one is here. Quadruplicate. Quadruplicate. Then you have registration. registration, and the stress for registration is here. 3. Registration. Okay, so this is on the third. This is on the third. Second. So registration has its stress on the third syllable. And I also gave you the rule in some videos back that just a rule, most of the time, if it ends with Sean and it's a 4-syllabic word, the stress is on the third syllable. I told you before, right? So that's that. All right, question 35. Choose the option that has a different stress pattern from the others. You have competent, represent, syllabus, and quality. So competent. Okay, that's on the first. Competent. Competence, yes, on the first. Stress is here. Competent. Represent. Then you have syllabus. Okay, on the first. Syllabus. You have quality on the first. So zent has a stress on the third syllable. Yeah, and zent is the correct option. Alright, next question now. Alright, question 36 now. Choose the option that has the same consonant sound as the one represented by the letter underlined. What is the sound? You have that in touch. And what's the sound we can pick from there? That's the, let's see, sound, right? So you have clothing, mother, then method. Is that like the sound I'm getting is like this sound? Yeah. Clothing, no. Method, yes, this is the one that has that sound. Clothing, mother, this has a deep D. Method, this is the one that has a sound that is close to this. Clothing has a deeper sound of this. Okay, this is a little bit confusing, this particular question. So touch, method. So method is the one that is closest. Others, clothing, mother, then has that deep D, like you would see in this kind of a jaw sound. Okay, has a deep V in it. It's deeper than what you have here. Okay. Right, let's continue. Choose the option that has the same consonant sound as one represented by the letters on the line. You have chatil. You have chat. Some call this chat, and leave this silence. Some call it chatil, well, whatever. So you have chat, you have church, you have. This sound is, in case you didn't know, is this ch. This is that sh. That's the sound. So you have this one now. We are getting that. It's different from what we are getting here. So you have chat, church. See, when we get to champagne, it changes. We're getting. You can try to call it. Okay, chat, church, and even observe your lips. But when we get to champagne, in fact, it's almost like we should replace ch with sh, with the way it sounds. Champagne. You know, you don't hear ch in champagne. You hear sh. So champagne and chemical. Then we'll come back again. But chemical is a little bit different. Chemical. You can hear that key sound. You can hear that sound there. Chemical. You have chat. You have church. So champagne is the correct one. And then choose the option that has the same consonant sound again You have joint. That's the your sound.
Hi, I'm sure you enjoyed the video you just watched. To see more content as that, preparing you for your upcoming exam, make sure to smash the subscribe button and turn on notification. Also, remember that you can use the comment section to send us your questions or your inquiries, and we are happy to take them. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.